Welcome to this video. In the previous video, we saw the relationship between mean, mode, and median. In this video today, we will understand the graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. We know that we learn concepts better and more quickly through pictures than through words. For example, while watching a cricket match on television, many times we see this type of graph, and by looking at the graph, we understand in which over and with what score the player has got out. Using this concept, we have learned to draw graphs from the frequency distribution table in the previous class. So let's discuss it. On the basis of grouped data, we can see that the marks obtained by the 120 players who participated in the sports competition is represented as follows. So, can you represent these figures graphically? Well done. For graphical representation, firstly, we need to find the midpoint of the given class intervals, which is shown in the frequency table as follows. Now, plot the midpoint on the x-axis and the frequencies on the y-axis. Plot the corresponding points B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K of the ordered pairs obtained from the above frequency distribution. But keep in mind that a point represents 0 frequency, which comes in the class -10, 0, which is just above the 0, 10, and the midpoint of that interval, that is -5. And also plot point L, that is 105, 0 that comes just after point K, that is 95, 3. It is done in this manner here so that we can get the frequency polygon about which we have studied in the previous class. Therefore, we will join all these points with the line segment and obtain the graph of the given frequency distribution A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. If you're asked to draw less than ogive for the above data, then can you draw the ogive? Let's see. For less than ogive, using the given data, we will construct the cumulative frequency distribution for less than ogive, where 10 to 100 are the upper limits of the corresponding class intervals. To represent the obtained data graphically, mark the upper limits on the x-axis and cumulative frequencies on the y-axis. Here, we will take the scale 1 square unit equal to 10 places on the x-axis and 1 square unit equal to 20 places on the y-axis. Remember, you can take any scale on either of the axes according to your convenience. Let us now plot the corresponding points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J of all these upper limits and the corresponding pairs obtained with the corresponding cumulative frequency. And join all these points carefully. This curve obtained is called cumulative frequency curve of less than type or ogive. In this video today, we learned to create a graph of less than type for graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. In the next video, we will learn to create a graph of more than type for graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. Welcome to this video. In the previous video, we learned to create a less than type of ogive for graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. Today, in this video, we will learn to create more than type of ogives for graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution and also learn to find the median with the help of less than and more than type of ogives. As you all know that, from the frequency distribution given in the question in the previous video, you created a cumulative frequency distribution of less than type of ogive. So can you now draw more than type of ogive? Let's see. For this type of ogive, a frequency distribution will have to be constructed with the help of the given data, which is called more than type of cumulative frequency distribution, where 0 to 90 are the lower limits of the corresponding class intervals. To represent this obtained data graphically, mark the following limits on the x-axis and cumulative frequencies on the y-axis, where the lower limits indicate the number obtained by players and cumulative frequencies indicate the number of players. Here, on the x-axis, we will take one square unit equal to 10 places, and on the y-axis, we will take one square unit equal to 20 places. Let us now mark the corresponding points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J of ordered pairs obtained from all these lower limits and corresponding cumulative frequency on the graph. And join all these points carefully. If you look at this graph carefully, you will notice that we have got a curve here, which we call cumulative frequency curve or ogive of more than type. Can you guess what do we use cumulative frequency for? Well done! We use cumulative frequency to obtain the median of frequency distribution. Now look at the graph once more and guess whether you can find the median of both the ogives, that is, less than type and more than type. Let's see. If we draw both types of ogives on the same graph, then these two intersect each other at a point. From this point, let's draw a perpendicular on the x-axis. The point at which the perpendicular drawn intersects x-axis is the median of the data. Therefore, we can say that the median of the numbers obtained by the players is 43.07. In this video today, we learned to create more than type of ogives for graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution and to find the median with the help of less than and more than type of ogives. In the next video, we will see interesting examples based on this. Welcome to this video. In the previous video, we learned the graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. In this video today, we will see interesting examples based on it. The per-day profit of 100 shops in a town is recorded as follows. So can you draw less than type of ogive for the above data? Let's see. We know that to get the ogive in the given distribution, we need to create the cumulative frequency distribution for less than type of ogive. Here you can see that 50, 100, 150, 200, 250 and 300 are the upper limits of the corresponding class intervals. To represent the data from the obtained distribution table graphically, mark the upper limits of profit on the x-axis in rupees and cumulative frequencies on the y-axis, where upper limits indicate profit and cumulative frequencies indicate the number of stores. Here, we take a square unit on the x-axis equal to 50 rupees and a square unit on the y-axis equal to 10 shops. Let us now plot the corresponding points A, B, C, D, E and F of ordered pairs obtained from all these upper limits and corresponding cumulative frequency. And join all these points carefully. The curve so obtained is called less than of cumulative frequency curve or ogive. Let's look at another example. In a colony, the heights of 360 trees were measured, which is represented in the following frequency distribution. So can you draw both ogives on the same graph for these figures and then find the median height of the trees? Let's see. With the help of the given distribution, we first construct a less than cumulative frequency distribution for less than type of ogive. Where the corresponding upper limits of the class intervals are from 7 to 56. So can you draw less than type of ogive with the help of the above distribution? Well done! To represent the data obtained from the distribution table graphically, mark the upper limits on the x-axis and cumulative frequencies on the y-axis, where upper limits indicate the height of trees and cumulative frequencies indicate the number of trees. Here, we take one square unit equal to 7 feet on the x-axis and one square unit equal to 50 trees on the y-axis. Let us now plot the corresponding points of ordered pairs A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H obtained from the upper limits and corresponding cumulative frequency and join them carefully. From which we get a curve which is less than type of ogive. So now, can you get more than type of ogive using the given distribution? Perfect! For this, we will need to construct more types of cumulative frequency . Where 0 to 49 are the lower limits of the corresponding class intervals. To represent these obtained data graphically, mark the following lower limits on the x-axis and cumulative frequencies on the y-axis. Plot the corresponding points of ordered pairs A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H obtained with the following limit and the corresponding cumulative frequency and carefully join all these points. From which we get a curve which is called more than type of ogive. Since we have to find the median for this along with both types of ogives, can you guess what we have to do for this? Perfect. For this, we will draw both ogives on the same graph. If you look carefully, you can tell that these two ogives intersect each other at a point. If we draw a perpendicular from this point of intersection on the horizontal, the point at which the perpendicular drawn intersects the x-axis is the median of the data. Thus, 32 is the median of these two ogives. So, we can say that the median height of the trees is equal to 32 feet. We hope that you would have understood the graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. Teachers can also test students' understanding in the class with the help of some such examples.